was just thinking, what else am I gonna make? You know when you go to Panera or Biaggi's and you might select a you pick two? So then I thought, well, that's great. What would be great is soup and salad. So I've got some romaine lettuce chopped up already, and I'm just seeing what I can add to that. Of course, I'm gonna add some carrots and just do like a garden salad. Sometimes less is more, but not in my kitchen. When I go out and they just serve me romaine with like some shavings of carrot on it, it's just not enough for me. I like more ingredients in my salad. So I'll put carrots, broccoli, red onion, just cutting these 2 carrots at a time and slicing them. That Bravo, just to give it a plug, has slicer thickness settings. It's pretty awesome. It's like I have 4 different settings here, because some are sliced thicker, thinner. It's all good. It's called homemade. I cut the ends off the broccoli, cut it in bite-sized pieces, give them a once over, make sure they look bright and green and fresh. So this isn't a huge salad. This is enough. And when you think it's enough, you just add 1 more to make sure. I'm gonna use a yellow pepper. I've got broccoli, I've got an orange carrot. Just gonna work on making my food more colorful. Chopping this by hand, I definitely don't like my peppers chopped by a machine because these would puree a little too easily. So just bite-sized pieces on those. So this is one of my last ingredients. Add a little protein to this salad in the form of garbanzo beans, organic garbanzo beans. I just used my handy dandy sieve. Look at it, in all sizes. This will fit this perfectly. I'll be right back. I gave it a quick rinse already, but I realize now that I never rinsed my lettuce, so I didn't need to do that. I'm just gonna add, now it's got chickpeas or garbanzo beans, as you might call them. Lots of colors in that salad. I'm feeling really good about it. So I'm gonna make my dressing. Do you guys have one of these? They're the best. So then instead of having store-bought, you just keep this in the fridge, give it a shake, and you have freshly ready-made dressing, or you're in charge of all the ingredients that go in it. I'm gonna put a half a cup of olive oil, which is right where my thumb is at. And then I put balsamic vinegar. So I remember somebody asking me like, oh my gosh, who uses that much olive oil? Like I've never seen somebody buy that big of a jug. I have my mom, you know, it's a life-size bottle of oil and vinegar. So this is about half. So if there's a half a cup, then I use a 1/4 cup of the balsamic. I had a little extra on the olive oil. I got a little extra on the balsamic. This is another one of those where you can't screw it up. If you want a little sweetness to it, I choose maple syrup, about a tablespoon. I'm gonna put a half a teaspoon of salt. This will just help keep everything bound together. I'll probably do a 1/4 teaspoon in there. Okay. Basil, let's just do a half a teaspoon. Break it up so that it can open up the flavors and the oils from this dried oregano and basil. So same amount of each of these, half and half. If you don't like one, leave it out. It's still gonna come out amazing. So I'm breaking that up too. So now most of that made it in there. I am gonna use fresh garlic in here, but let's just go like that with a little bit of garlic powder. You can only use garlic powder and that would be fine. You can put 1 garlic clove in. I'll put 2. You know how I feel about garlic. So 1 would be just fine. Look at that. That was a huge clove of garlic. This one's about half the size of that one. I'll show you. See, not that much came out of that. A teaspoon of this Dijon mustard. It's about a teaspoon, a little generous of a portion. That's good. That's everything. If you want to add a little spice to it, you can put red pepper, you know, whatever your personal preferences are for your dressing. We just made a super easy, quick balsamic vinaigrette. Shake it up. Let's work this arm. It's very uncoordinated. It's to my left. That's where the top loosens and I splatter it everywhere. No, success. And the salt, that syrup, just helping it stay bound and together. You can refrigerate this. I'm gonna wash the salad. So I filled the whole spinner up with water. I lift the insert out. And then I shake it out in the sink. Then I put the salad spinner back together. Place the top, pouting my friend Alexia. I'm really without it. Cooking can be quite therapeutic. So this is my beautiful, colorful salad. You could add tomatoes, whatever else you want. I'm just gonna put it in a serving bowl. I usually like to keep the salad dressing on the side, unless my whole family's around. And then I'll toss it in there. I think that's beautiful. So I'm just gonna cut my onion in half. And I'm gonna keep this half in the fridge. Apparently, if you keep the end on the onion, then it doesn't have the power to make you cry. I'm gonna rinse this. But now I've cut the end off, so all bets are off. Here come the waterworks. So I'm just gonna cut this in half, so work with it a little more easily. I'm just giving it a rough chop. Sprinkle these on top, and that's it. Garden salad, homemade balsamic vinaigrette to go with our delicious soup. You pick two, but everybody picks the same two. Thanks for watching. See you next time.